Okay, hello po. No. So today I will be discussing the topic assigned to me, which is identifying site policies and best practices, with subtopics of managing networks, physical security devices, business continuity and disaster recovery, and policies and best practices. Okay, so let's have the next slide. Introduction. Objective, no, understanding how to manage networks, secure physical assets, ensure business continuity, and establish policies and best practices for a site or organization. Our key outcomes here involves managing networks with documentations and diagrams, summarizing the purposes of physical security and devices, comparing business continuity and disaster recovery concepts, identifying key policies and best practices. Here we have managing networks. Okay, so managing networks with documentation and diagrams involves creating detailed records and visual representation of a network structure, configurations, and processes. Okay, so proper documentation and diagrams help IT staff maintain, troubleshoot, and optimize network performance while ensuring effective communication among stakeholders. Okay, so this involves nga daw po, okay, our documentations and diagrams, no, or visual representations po, no, ng ating networking environment. Okay, so and also for ensuring an effective communication among stakeholders or people that are involved in the networking. So here's a breakdown of key components involved. So we have first one, the network documentation. Okay. So network documentation consists of textual and visual records that describe the network's infrastructure, device configurations, policies, and procedures. Okay, so kumbaga, this one is the broad requirement for managing a network. So the essential elements includes the following. So network topology, no, which describes the arrangements of the network's various elements like routers, switches, firewalls, etc. No, so with the types of topology involves star, bus, and all others. Okay, so IP addressing scheme. So we have to list all IP addresses assigned to a devices on a network, no, for quick scanning. Okay, when troubleshooting is happening. Okay, and or conducted. And next one, we have device inventory. So the information about all the network devices, including manufacturer, model, firmware version, and the location of these devices. Next one, we have the configuration details. Okay, so documents, no, these are the document settings for the networks devices such as our routers, switches, and firewalls. And next one, we do have the network policies, no, which is the guidelines for security, usage, and maintenance of our network. Okay, so, and next one, we do have the access controls, which specifies who has the access to what parts of the network. So this is very important in terms of security and in terms of uh, securing our uh, networks or our IT infrastructure. Next one, we do have the backup procedures, which outlines the backup. and recovery process for data and configurations. And next one, we do have network performance metrics. No, the monitor metrics like bandwidth usage, latency, and error rates. No? So those are the elements of an network documentation. Okay. So next one is the network diagrams. No, which simply shows no the layout and design of a network. No, so network diagram visually represent the layout and design of a network. No, helping technicians and engineers understand how the network components interconnect. Okay, so this one is our visual representation of that one. No, this is our example, no, of a network diagram. So different types of diagrams serve different purposes. We do have the physical network diagram, which shows physical layout of a network, including placement of devices, okay, like switches, routers, and servers in a building or a data center. Okay. And then the next one is the logical network diagram, which displays the logical relationship between devices such as the VLANs or the virtual LANs, IP addressing, and the routing data. And then next one, we do have the layer diagrams, which is the breakdown the network into layers. No, example, the OSI model. Okay, to show how data flows from different network protocols. And the next one is cloud network diagram, which represents the cloud environment, how they integrate with on-premises structure. The next one is the security diagrams, no, well, which highlight the placement of the firewalls, intrusion detection systems, no, and other security devices within the network. So those are the different types, no, of diagrams that a networking environment should have. Okay. So the best practices for managing networks with documentation and diagrams involves no yung pagkikip natin ng ating documentation ng updated, no, or up to date. Okay, keep documentation up to date. So this means network configuration change frequently, so it's critical for us to update documentation and diagrams regularly. Next one is we have to use standardized notation, so follow industry standards. Example given, Cisco icons for network diagrams, no, for clarity and consistency. Okay, so the next one, implement version control. So track changes made to network configurations and diagrams for reference and rollback uh, purposes. And next one, automation tools. So use tools like network monitoring software, no, example SolarWinds, PRTG, no, to automate the creation and updating of documentation. And next one, distribute to stakeholders. So ensure that the network documentation and diagrams are accessible to all relevant parties, including IT staff and the management or the stakeholders. Okay, simply the stakeholders. So, what are the benefits nga po ba ng isang network documentation? So, it gives clear communication, no? Clear communication, security compliance, improved troubleshooting, and disaster recovery. For clear communication, it enables effective troubleshooting and collaboration. And then for security compliance, it ensures that the security policies are enforced and audits are smooth. Okay, and improve troubleshooting, which speeds up issue resolution by having updated network maps and configuration details available. Okay, and the last one is the disaster recovery, which is essential for restoring network operations during these incidents. No, that happen that or that might happen in our networking infrastructure. Next one, the physical security devices. No, these are very important in a in an infrastructure. No, lalo na sa ating mga IT. No, when it comes to data, no, protecting the data and so as software and hardwares and all that. So, purpose of physical security devices is to protect physical access and sensitive areas and IT equipments nga po. No? So, examples of these are the CCTV cameras, no? For monitoring and recording activities inside our infrastructure. Next, the biometric scanners, no, for controlling access based on individual characteristics or based on their role in our organization. No? Uh, and the next one is access control systems, which limits the authorized personnel only. So here, no, again, kagaya nga ng sa biometric scanners, it's important na meron tayong access control systems po. So, it may uh, monitor and also authorize only personnel, no, that can have access to a certain area within our infrastructure. And the next one is the alarm systems, which, no, alert security personnel to potential breaches or the intruder simply. No? And the next one is the fire suppression system, so minimize damage in the event of fire. No, so these fire suppression systems minimize damage. No, uh, sa ating infrastructure in the case of, no, nagkaroon ng sunog. Okay? So next one, no, ano nga ba yung importance of physical security? No, this is for asset protection, no? So securing the servers, data centers and critical infrastructure, no? And all the uh things that we have inside our infrastructure are our assets. No, including naman pati yung mismong ano natin, no? Lahat ng asset na meron on ang isang organization. Okay? So compliance with regulations, so meeting requirements like GPR, GDPR, HIPAA, etc. No? So with all the regulations, no, set by governments and the company itself, no, and the agencies involved. And next one is deterrence and prevention. No, so for preventing, no, this involves reducing the risk of unauthorized access and physical theft inside our infrastructure. Next, the business continuity and disaster recovery concepts. Okay, so business continuity or BC, no, focuses on ensuring that operations continue despite major disruptions. No? So the key elements for this is risk assessment and impact analysis, no? Yung emergency response plans natin, the backup systems and the redundancy which, no, which is the what we are doing for backuping, no, our data, no, sa pagba-backup ng ating data, no. Usually our naman, no, the data centers, no, that we have, especially in cloud computing, no, there's a redundancy of data. Okay? So sa in terms of business continuity, napakaganda ng ating sa ano no, sa cloud computing. Kasi nga no, yung mga cloud service providers natin is provide security na din sa ating data. So si business continuity no, ah kahit ano pa yung mangyari, ang ang main goal is no, to continue the operations kahit ano pa yung incident na mangyari within our infrastructure, no? And next one is the disaster recovery, no, what we will do no after a disaster happens. So this focuses on restoring IT systems after a disaster. So the key elements of this no is the recovery time objective or RTO and the recovery point objective no, and the offsite backups, data recovery plans and failover strategies no. So ano yung gagawin, okay, ano yung plan na meron tayo to disaster recovery matters. Okay? So, next one. Here's a no uh, comparison and a contrast between the BC and the DR, no? Si business continuity natin and disaster recovery. So, in comparison, no, si business continuity prepares for uninterrupted business operations, ongoing, no. So it prepares for uninterrupted business operation or the continuity of the operation of an organization. Okay, and while si disaster recovery naman po, disaster recovery deals with the technical recovery of the systems after a disaster happen, no? And in contrast po ng dalawa, no, si BC involves broader organizational strategies, no? So si DR naman po, no, so si disaster recovery, no, focuses on restoring the IT infrastructure after an event or incident. Okay? So si BC also is more on the proactive, no, which is for ongoing nga siya, no, proactive planning, and then the CTR is more on the reactive side, no, what will we do no after an incident, no, ganun si TR, while si BC ano yung dapat nating i-maintain no na mga strategies and plans no for the continuation of an operation, okay, or continuity of an operation. Next one is we have here the policies and best practices. So key policies no, acceptable use policy defines or AUP defines proper use of company resources, no? So dapat meron tayong policies no regarding the uh, uh, use ng mga resources or ng mga ng properties no ng isang organization. Ano nga ba yung acceptable usage policies natin, no? So, next one we do have the data protection policies which ensures sensitive data is handled securely, no? So, ano nga ba yung gagawin natin sa data no kapag ka pinaprocess natin siya at ano naman yung gagawin sa data kapag ka it's for disposal. So kailangan within our policies those routines na gagawin for data protections no are well stated on our company data protection policies. no? So next one, we do have the incident response policy. Okay, so this outlines steps for handling security breaches. Okay, what we will do, no, in case of an incident happen within our organization, what will we do? No, so there should be a policy, no, which states the guidelines and standards, no, and procedures kung ano yung gagawin uh, if in case, no, there will be a security breaches inside an organization. And next one, we do have the access control policy, which defines who can access specific data and systems, no? So, kagaya ng sabi ko kanina, no, kailangan nakokontrol natin or merong specific limitations yung mga tauhan kung saan lang sila proper or saan lang sila pwedeng pumasok at hindi sila pwedeng pumasok. So, that should be clearly also identified, no, within the role of our uh, stakeholders kung sino lang yung merong access control in terms of the facilities inside our networking or inside our infrastructure itself, no? So what are the best practices nga po ba? So uh you should have regular training, no, on security policies, also routine updates, no, to document the documentation and networking diagrams, no. So next one, conducting regular security audits and drills, no, for the implementation, no, ng ating mga policies, no, inside our infrastructure. Okay, so next one, implementing least privilege principles and multi-factor authentication. So this answers itong sa ano natin, no? Sa ating access control policy, no? So kailangan natin nagkaroon ng privilege principles and multi-factor authentication inside our infrastructure. Okay? So in conclusion, okay, no, recap po. Networks are more efficiently managed with proper documentation and diagrams. No? Kagaya ng sa discussion natin kanina. No? Kailangan natin ng proper documentation at ng diagrams para in terms of troubleshooting especially, no, hindi mahihirapan yung ating mga IT personnel. Okay? So next one, the physical security devices play a crucial role in protecting infrastructure, no? So napakahalaga niya, no? Napakahalaga na meron tayong physical security devices inside our infrastructure, no? For monitoring, for for finding who did this, who did that. Okay, so and what happened, no? So napaka-importante ng merong physical security devices even our home, no? Napakahalaga niyan, no? Especially syempre, lahat naman ng nilagay natin diyan are valuable and these are assets that we need to protect. Okay, so next, a clear understanding of business continuity and disaster recovery ensures operational resilience. No? So, para maging resilient yung ating company, kailangan malinaw yung ating pagkakaintindi ng ating business continuity and disaster recovery plans. No? So, napakahalaga niyan. And establishing and enforcing clear policies and best practices helps prevent and respond to security threats. No? Para alam, no? Alam ng mga empleyado, alam ng mga stakeholders natin kung ano nga ba yung polisiya or policy ng ating company in terms of things, no, inside our infrastructure. So what should we do, no? If we are part of the of an organization, no, we should start documenting, no, our network, no, evaluate our physical security systems, develop a business continuity and disaster recovery plan, no, and review and update regularly the organization's policy. Okay, uh, that's all for my report. Thank you.